Dear Mr. Repzion, hey man, how's it going? You alright? Yeah, this is a video response to you, but not one for a specific video. Well, other than the one where you said Anita Sarkeesian lies again. Hear me out, okay? I know you've been on here for a long time, so just listen and believe. That's a joke, by the way. This is a response of sorts to your video about what Anita said about Dying Light. I believe everyone's favorite super duper radical diminutive feminist with the ever pursed lips was referring to the storyline or chapter slash section of the main campaign where you, as the main character, have to fight, travel, swear like a motherfucker at all them zombies and grit your teeth as you attempt to save Jade, the woman who your character owes for the death of her men. The beautiful Anita. Come on, you know you wouldn't pull back if she leaned forward to kiss you. Sorry, little joke there, and... Oh wait, you have a girlfriend, so no, you would pull away from her. Anyway, Anita is commenting on how Jade becomes a captured bunch of slender polygons, and since you can't assume her role and become her to have her save herself and kill some bad guys and then jerk off over their corpses and... Hey, are there any female enemies in this game? If not, dude, sexism, yeah? And then you gotta go save her as the main bad guy is holding her captive, pretty much using her as bait. This is what bothered her. Anita is saying in her ever frustrating tweets that why oh why did the developers even have to use this save the woman trope regardless of the circumstances as to why Jade is in this predicament she's in, or what connection exists between her and the main character. Why couldn't another supporting character who has a dick down to the floor be the one who screams for help and you and Jade set out together to kill the antagonist? See? No saving the woman trope, regardless of the circumstances as to why. Anita is challenging these developers to whom she directed her tweet at to abandon this trope and to adopt something else as a device within the main storyline. She wants them to think. Perhaps they could make it so another lure is used to give the main character purpose to go kill the bad guy. Jade didn't have to be captured because this is 2015, but sure enough, she was captured because the trope works, but it's outdated and it's overdone. Anita doesn't understand demographics or who the game is aimed at, anything at all to do with this word actually, and seemingly you don't either. Seriously, as far as I know, feminists do not understand what target demographic means or why it exists, and I see this all the time in gaming and how they critique it. To anyone who's seen this save the woman crap and any other cliche or trope used over and over, they're bound to become disheartened over time. They'll expect more, and those in power, i.e. the developers, won't so much as consider a different angle. They're happier with this same approach over and over. Let's slide over onto a tangent and for a moment look at how there's often a bad guy in the game to kill or overcome. Can a bad woman with a memorable performance like Vaz from Far Cry 3 be created in the near or distant future? The challenge I'm setting for developers is to make more empowered women the main antagonist, like I do in a number of my novels. Because if the main enemy in games is always a man, that again is a sexist quality. Just even out the playing field, that's all I'm saying. Hey Mr. Repzion, while I have your attention, Anita should quit this fun killing mission she's on and instead create her own gaming studio with the help of her attractive feminist buddies. What do you think? Do you agree? If she wanted to start a feminist gaming company, she could because she's so great at earning hundreds of thousands of dollars, courtesy of her fans and the diehard feminists who love it when she talks and waves her hand around. Tara Moss could even be her right hand her right-hand woman, sorry, and perhaps even make games where the main character is that vapid main character in her books, with the name starting with M. Seriously, who the heck could ever find Tara's main character attractive or arousing? She's so awful. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, maybe you could look her up. Just wait until this video is finished until you do, okay? Another question I wanted to ask you, Mr. Repzion, is this all you do? Just sit down in front of your camera, show complete ignorance towards tanning lotion, and say things in your high-pitched voice? Do you actually create change with what you do, or do you go outside of your house, that is, and create the change that you want to see in the world? Could you ever study video game coding and enter the realm you love so much? Make yourself a game, bro. Would you start a game with like-minded people and face up against the angry radical feminists you yell at from the comfort of your own home in your weird chair behind your camera, knowing your girlfriend is nearby if you need a hug and a smile unlike any other? Don't reflect this back onto me, because I create change via my fiction, using straw feminists in engaging, interesting, and eye-opening ways. And these aren't my words, but those of a critic, mind you. I create change through my interviews on radio as I connect with the listeners, with the students I tutor in writing, and the advertising I help design for small companies. Dude, pasty dude, do you just sit there and hope your viewers become quite touched by your words and they leave their houses and create the change you wish you could? Is sitting in front of your camera and seething like you do the absolute limit of your capability? Excuse me if I haven't watched all of your videos to learn more about what you do, or what you do when you're not recording videos, but yeah, are you just a YouTube person? I often think about what you do after you're done recording your videos. Do you go hug your girlfriend? Do you tell her how great your clarity of voice and speech was? Do you inform her whether or not said video was about Anita and you make yourself some nachos with extra guacamole before playing video games where you can kill adversaries? No, I take that back. I barely think of anything you do at all. I was just trying to be funny. Do you also take a selfie to show off your slim muscles to post online after criticizing anything that's radical in your eyes? Look, I don't mean any offense towards you, but it's actually kind of sad that the woman and feminists you deride and sometimes distort, and the other radical feminists you yell at, are all creating change, and you're not, really. You're like Soak, and no, I'm not saying that dude's name again, as he already thinks he's internet famous. Just think of the letters I just used. You and he and others like you are just doing a whole bunch of nothing every single day. The feminists you respond to are these women who apply jarring amounts of jarring makeup to their faces in their bid to become artificially beautiful, and they leave their their comfy homes. From there, they sit on stages with their legs constantly crossed, and they have their names plastered in the background so people in the audience, mostly women I'm assuming, can be relentlessly reminded of who they are. These radical, unendingly supported, blinkered female feminists all appear smug and self-righteous. Yes, but they are seeking change and sharing their viewpoints in the world in a more physical manner, while again, you don't. Why can't you address a crowd and be on a stage? If I'm wrong and you actually do leave your house every day with the intent of making physical change in this world, through the many avenues available to you, seizing every opportunity presented to you with your pale fingers that you use to build computers, then tell me I'm wrong. Tell me the movements you've joined. Tell me you've attended seminars to increase your awareness and knowledge, or that you're part of something bigger than yourself and you're a central proponent that drives it forward. Or you could just ignore me, like Soak does. Just food for thought, man, and I honestly hope I didn't offend you. I think I may have, but I'm sure you have thick skin, unlike those darn SJDs, social justice douchebags. So take care and remember, tanning lotion isn't expensive. Peace the rep out. Sorry, I just had to steal it. Thanks for watching.